हेलो फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज आर के पीलवाल। आज दोस्तों मैं बात करना चाहूँगा जस्टिस डिले जस्टिस डिनाइड। बिकॉज in our country there are a lot of pending cases and people have to face multiple problems and obstacles. So first of all, I would like to mention the definition of justice delay. Justice that comes too late often loses its value and purposes because the harm that aggrieved party experience is compounded by the waiting period. So when justice is not awarded, justice is not given to the aggrieved party or to the victims, they have to face a lot of problems, and that is also injustice. So how to resolve these kind of problems and what are the reasons of justice delay in our country? Let's see in detail. So first of all, shortage of judges in our country. There are less judges as compared to people. So the ratio between the people and the judges is very adverse or very different. So if you want to resolve the cases in time, then it's mandatory that more and more judges must be appointed in the judiciary, so that in the courts, so that they can resolve the cases as early as possible. What's happening that in today's time, offense is increasing, crime is increasing in our country, but judges are less, so there is no hearing and the cases are deferred again and again. Next topic is there is a length of legal process. Actually, the legal process in our country is very long, and the victims have to suffer a lot. They have to go to courts every day. Their dates are deferred or postponed, so they have to face so many problems. And if the lengthy process, legal process will be mitigated, will be shortened, then the hearing can be faster, expedite, and the victims can get the benefits of justice very early. Next point is high value of pending cases. In our country, there are so many cases are increasing, pendency of cases in high court and supreme court, and another courts is so much. So there is no proper hearing in the courts. Due to the high pendency of cases, the many cases are postponed or adjourned to the next hearings. So it is also a kind of justice delay. Next is inadequate infrastructure. In our country, there is less infrastructure in our country, because there is sometimes it is seen that there is lack of premises and lack of things. So it's very mandatory that we must provide the adequate infrastructure. Adjournment of cases again and again. Due to so many reasons, cases are adjourned or postponed, so there is no proper hearing, and due to this the victims have to face many problems and obstacles. And there is lack of technology in our country, in courts. And if you want to compare with the advanced countries like America, like British, like China, Russia, and so many other highly advanced countries, in those countries technology is mostly used. But even in the modern time, there is a lack of technology is used in our courts or in our judiciary system. So it must be essential that we must enhance the technological equipments. And misuse of PILs, public interest litigation. What is happening that PILs are filed against a person or a group of persons. Sometimes it is seen that only in the normal matters or in very ordinary matters, people go to the courts and they file the PILs against some persons or some groups. So what happens due to this? The cases are increasing day by day, and due to the enhancement of cases, it is not easy to dissolve the cases or to give the verdicts on the cases. So if somebody files unnecessary PILs, some actions must be taken against such people. And strikes are very common thing, because what's happening in the courts that many advocates are indulged in strikes. So due to strikes, hearings are deferred, and if there will be no advocates in the courts, so who will conduct the hearing? So it is seen that mostly strikes are done from time to time, and many advocates indulge or take part in strikes. So there must be curb, or there must be some preventive measures must be taken against the strikes, or advocates must understand the gravity of the cases and the problems of the victims or survivors. And next thing is false litigation. What happens that false litigation are filed or in the courts. So due to the false litigations or false cases, the many cases are increasing, the files of cases are increasing, so it is very difficult uh, to give the verdicts on such cases. So uh, we must take some judges must take some steps against those criminals or those people who file the false litigation in the court. Next is backlog of cases. There are so many backlogs, and due to the lack of hearing, so it is also the major cause which hampers the expedite of cases. And lack of transparency, there is a lack of transparency in our judiciary. So transparency is mandatory, so that the person can understand the process of the court. And there must be simplicity of the process. The process is very complex. Due to this, common people do not understand, and they think that we should not go to the courts. And what are the remedies, and how can we resolve these kind of problems? That increase sources, we must increase the sources in our courts, so that the hearings can be made proper, or they can be laid down very properly, expeditiously. Next is use of modern technology. Actually, technology must be used in courts, or in we can say that judiciary, so that virtual hearing can be made easily, or the online cases can be filed, and this kind of problem can be resolved very easily. Next is minimize adjournment. Adjournment must not be made on the frivolous things or some ordinary reasons. If the reason is authentic, if some circumstances are very essential, only then, only in rarest of the rare case, adjournment must be done. Otherwise, hearings must be continued in the courts. Next is promoting alternative disputes, ADR. ADR, it means there must be some mutual harmony, or we can say that arbitration must be there, or we can say that some we must enhancement of the cases. And if there are some alternatives, like we can say that some courts, there are some courts also in which fast track courts must be enhanced so much, so that the verdict can be given or decision can be made very easily, and the aggrieved family or the victims can get the benefit of this kind of things very soon. And enhancement of fast track courts is also very essential. And lok adalats, lok adalats are very essential to impart their experience, and they can resolve the cases in the party by the mutual accent or mutual harmony. When both the parties will sit together, and judges or the mediator can resolve the matter easily, so that they will have to they will not waste their time, they will not waste their money in the courts. So it is very essential that there must be transparency in the court, so that the faith of the people will remain forever. What is happening that due to the justice delay, people are losing their faith in judiciary. And it is seen that people don't have so much belief in executive or in legislator, but they believe in the courts. And they say, if somebody commit any crimes, so victims say, I will see in the court. If they will not get the remedy, or they will not get the we can say that justice in the court due to delay, they will lose the faith in judiciary. So but in the context, in the modern context, we must see the gravity of the seriousness of cases, because now the criminals have changed, their mentality have changed. So some stringent efforts must be made. If somebody is indulged in serious offenses, then strict laws must be taken against those people, so that this kind of problem can be solved easily. And there must be some curb also in the judiciary also. If somebody found indulged in antisocial activities, some actions must be made against those people promptly or easily. So friends, I have discussed regarding the justice delay, justice denied, and I'm sure that by listening this video, so many students will get the benefit of this video. So friends, thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day. Thank you all of you.